That's myfavoritedj.com. Welcome to the home of my favorite DJ, DJ Jules, baby. If you're looking for a DJ for any type of event, call us now, 313-595-8845. Once again, that's 313-595-8845. www.that'smyfavoritedj.com. The perfect DJ for any of your events. Sweet 16, 21, 30, 50. You turn to 75 years of age, DJ Jules, baby, is the perfect DJ for you. Weddings, corporate events, call 313-595-8845. That's myfavoritedj.com.
The combined power of a group when working together is greater than the total power achieved when working alone.
That's synergy.
Synergy works. Synergy, from the Greek word synergos, equals working together. Synergy works. Synergy is different people working out together advantageously for one final outcome, one goal, rewarding results. Synergy works. Don't train by yourself. Train with synergy. Why? Because synergy works. Contact us today to set up your fitness assessment. Synergy works.
Are you an indie podcast or content creator looking to reach a wider audience? Look no further. Introducing Podcastic, the ultimate podcast network designed exclusively for indie creators like you. At Podcastic, we believe in the power of unique voices and fresh perspectives. We're here to amplify your passion and creativity, connecting you with the growing community of engaged listeners who crave original content. Podcastic is more than just a platform. It's a support system built for indie podcasters, offering a range of resources to help you succeed. From tailored promotional campaigns to professional production assistance, we're here to help you shine. Our intuitive platform makes it easy for you to be seen and heard. We do all the heavy lifting for you. You just show up and create. Plus, with our advanced analytics, you'll gain valuable insights into your audience's preferences, allowing you to refine your content and grow your fan base. Ignite your passion, expand your reach, and thrive with podcasting. Visit our website at www.podcasticlife.com to get started. Podcasting, the home for indie podcast and content creators.
The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
TNT Cakes, Creations, and More, what we specialize in: red velvet and strawberry cheesecake, chocolate-covered strawberries, custom baby boxes, custom signs, custom tees and sweatshirts, custom sports balls, graduation accessories, custom glasses and tumblers, custom license plates, heat transfers, custom office signs. TNT Cakes, Creations, and More. Give us a call.
This episode of the Big Flex Strongcast is sponsored by G.A.M.G Muscle Gang brand. If you are looking for some help reaching your health and fitness goals with one-on-one training, group training, meal plans, nutritional advice, and more, visit GAMGfitness.com. Do you want to look great while working out with the dopest workout apparel, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, joggers, skull caps, tank tops, and more? Visit www.GAMGfitness.com or email us at GAMGpodcast7@gmail.com. Don't forget to visit us on Instagram or Facebook under G.A.M.G Muscle Gang Fitness, or give us a call at 313-378-7274. That's 313-378-7274.
Yeah. 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 Big Flex Flex on the set, you know we gotta rep. Heavy talk on that mic, all we do is press. John Q, that's coach, got him upset. Gym Animal Muscle Gang, we up next. Big Flex Podcast live on Monday night with John Q, Latoya, Deshaun, and Don Snipes. You can catch Snipes on the pod or the big screen or get tea time with Toya if you want the tea. Talk about the strong end on your weekday. Tap in with Muscle Gang, you never have a weekday. Big Flex Podcast, 9 p.m. Monday. Pull us up on YouTube if you want that replay. Big Flex Podcast, 9 p.m. Monday. Pull us up on YouTube if you want that replay. It's the Big Flex Podcast, Mondays, 9 at night. It's the Big Flex Podcast. Come on.
Shout out to Jules, man. DJ Jules, baby, for the intro. Welcome back to the G.A.M.G, the Big Flex Strong Cast for episode 104. Y'all, what up, though? I am your host, John Q, in this bitch. And of course, we got sis down there, Latoya Deshaun in the building. What up, though, sis?
What's up?
Yeah, and tonight we got a special guest who is a survivor, assistant manager by day, independent business owner, life changer, and producer, creator, and one of the hosts from the dope podcast, Raw But Real Pod Talk in the building. Rio, what up? What up?
Thank you for having me.
Welcome to the Big Flex Podcast. Strongcast it is. Yeah. This is where, say, gym conversation meets podcasting, y'all. So y'all know what to do. When y'all come in my gym, I want y'all to go ahead and like, share, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. All right? And flex it on out one time for us. You know what I'm saying? What up, though, Dr. Ruckus? What you doing back there, man?
Nothing. I'm messing with porcelain woman.
Man, here you go. But why you doing that? He on the ones and twos. So give it up. Give it up for Dr. Ruckus in the building, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, how was y'all strong again? You know what I'm saying?
It was terrible.
What you mean it was terrible? So hold on, last week you had a long one. You know what I'm saying? Now this one was terrible? What the fuck?
She had a real long one.
You know, a real long one. Now it's terrible? Like, shit, that's a hell of a contract.
Pause.
You know what I mean? Like, what's going on, sis?
I had a sinus infection.
Man, that shit been going around.
Listen.
I was messed up since Friday.
When I tell you, I'm surprised I made it through the workday Friday, but I didn't have a choice because I was the only leader in the building.
Okay.
I was down bad.
Yeah.
I slept from Friday evening to Sunday morning. Ooh. Like, I literally only woke up to take another dose of medicine.
Man.
And go back to bed.
They gotta be spraying some shit in the air or something, I'm telling you, because I was...
Allergies is ridiculous. It was terrible.
Man, I had headaches, pressure. I had probably the same damn shit.
It was terrible. Like my teeth, I had so much sinus pressure, my teeth was hurting.
Yeah.
Neti pot don't help. My neti pot helps. My sinuses.
So
I tried that, problem. But I get like a lot of water in my ear. So that shit is wild.
That's the only thing clears up the stuffness in my head.
But it does, like, you can't do it at night.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Because you do it and then you lay down and it just, for me, it stops you up more. Yeah. But, like, during the daytime, if I'm like, do it in the morning, like, it'll open me up and drain me out. But it just was.
Stop, Miles. You walk right into that one.
Every time, sis. Every time.
I'm just saying.
You can't get this moment. Shit.
Listen, but you know what? It is what it is. Like, we just out here. We say what we say. It come out. He respond. I respond back. It's all good. It's all good. He can dish it. I can take it. I can dish it back.
Yeah, give it back. Catch and release.
And catch and release. Amen.
That's that woman I like.
I told you, y'all can't get this mother shit. Y'all can't give them shit.
At any rate, it was not great, but you know, happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers out
happy
there.
Happy Mother's Day, y'all, and everybody out there from the Big Flex family.
Feeling better.
Yes, amen.
Absolutely.
Well, let me just say, I feel like part of the game because I got my T-shirt.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying?
I was over here like because it's such a perfect match
Well, I had on a dress earlier. Like, I really didn't know.
And when she came in, I was like, I got this shirt for you. I said, you already got on blue. I said, oh, shit.
I was like, I'm putting it on.
Made her a maxi dress, and all I get is t-shirt. But it's 2 pieces.
It's 2 pieces.
Right.
That might be an idea.
Match.
Right.
Never know.
For real.
Right.
Never know.
So how was your strong again, Rhea? She said,
I worked. That was about it. I didn't have.
Shit. That's like,
I worked Thursday through Monday.
Yeah, I mean, with all the titles that you gave me and shit, like, they don't look like you got no time off. Shit.
So I don't have, from the corporate job, I don't have time off. Then my mindset, if I'm putting all that work into a company, when I don't have off days.
Okay.
So I have to be able to put that same grind into my own business.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I have fallen off like many do. I am guilty of that. So, but I am relaunching my Fearless Focus brand. Okay. My hat, this is my hat.
All right.
You can see Grown Women Focus. That's how that was birthed from my experience with everything I've been through.
Okay.
God gave me that vision on Grown Women Focus. But we'll get into that.
Yeah, we definitely gonna get into it. We definitely gonna get into it.
How was your strong game, bro?
Yes.
Shit, like yours. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, since Friday, I was kind of through. I was a little bit productive. I was able to cut my grass and clean up the house and stuff like that. Shit, I pressed the shirt. You know what I mean? You know, I ain't really do too much of nothing. I ain't even work out Saturday or nothing like that. So I was, like I said, I was out of it. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta get you a lineman, because when you be cutting the grass, it take you out. Every time you cut the grass,
it was before. But listen, I was already tore up before I cut the grass. I just made myself do it, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take some medicine anyway. And shit, yeah, I was screwed. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I did it to myself too, because you know, we've been having some nice days, and I slept with the window open.
Yeah, and see, I can't do that
Letting
at all.
the pollen in. I did it to myself for sure.
Or the one leg out, because menopause is real, is what I need y'all to understand.
Listen,
I know I don't look like it.
No,
menopause is real.
I might have to come on your show so we can have a raw but real conversation about this. I don't get to talk about this type of stuff because I'll be on here with all these men. But
that's a plug. You definitely can come on.
Perimenopause.
Hey, look, where's Snipes at when you need him?
Nobody tells me, like, everybody tell you, like, oh, the hot flashes from menopause and the mood swings, but perimenopause has to be worse.
No.
No?
No. It's not going to get no better. I'm not going to lie to you. I went through perimenopause. How old are you?
I'll be 45 in August.
Okay, so I'm 48. I'll be 49 in October. But I was perimenopausal at like 40. All that time. You're perimenopausal. They don't warn you that you just be standing there and you just start sweating. Like just a burst of like sweat.
Like,
man,
it's a real thing, man. Then y'all don't look at me wrong.
See, y'all don't know.
Y'all don't understand.
Y'all don't know.
You definitely can come on Rob for real.
I don't really want to know.
Just like I don't want to know about football, but I can talk about it.
y'all don't know. We be going through it, and
it affects y'all. Though y'all need to know.
Yeah, but because people don't talk about the perimenopause and leading up to menopause,
First of all,
a lot of times, exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's what I was thinking when she hit me. I was like, B, where you come from? Who is you? What is all of this? Where's my focus? Where is she is?
So you want to break that? So menopause, of course, we know is when a woman no longer has cycles.
I thought menopause was that song, the Men Are Paul.
And this is why.
This is why.
This is why.
It's better than I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say
Carrie is like in between that. So a woman has a cycle every month. When you are perimenopause, your cycle starts to change. You might have a period every 3 months, every 6 months, but you are not officially in menopause until you've not had a cycle for a year. So you can go. I've gotten to that 320 day, and a cycle came out of nowhere. They say, "Oh, you're not in menopause yet."
Well, I heard you can't have you don't supposed to have sex during that 1 year, and then you'll be okay.
That's a lie from the pit of hell.
That's what somebody told me.
I don't know who told. She might just didn't want to have. Is it from the pit of hell?
No,
man, you can still have
actually.
Sex.
I mean,
no. They say if you go for a year without having sex, if you don't go for a year without having sex, during that part of the time, you go into your.
No, maybe that's why I didn't know. I wasn't okay.
Real like I was still active as hell. I was active. And look at Toya's like I'm never going to the menopause.
I'm never gonna find out. I'm never gonna find out. Literally.
Well, look, before we keep on going on that one and shit, I want to give a shout out to my mama. You know what I'm saying? She came by yesterday for Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? Say my wife cooked and everything, and my brother came by and stuff like that. So, my uncle came by Friday too. So, like I said, it was a little bit productive for me, but I was toughing it out. You know what I'm saying? As far as the strong end. So, all right, y'all. So look. We about to go ahead and get right into it because some of our, we got a topic that's kind of going to go into, say, the tea time and the topic or whatever. But, of course, while we got our special guest here, we want to go ahead and take advantage of this great information and, this inspirational, say, moment. You know what I'm saying? This is really an inspirational moment. So, welcome to, say, Rhea, to the Big Flex once again. So let everybody know who you are and what you do and have at
it.
You know,
it is so weird talking about myself, even though I have a podcast. It is very weird to just talk about yourself. Yeah. So the condition that I have is called Chiari malformation. I was diagnosed, 2013.
Okay.
Maybe 2012. 2013 is when I had, it's called brain decompression surgery. So Chiari malformation, I refer to it kind of like MS. That'd be the best way to explain what it is. Basically, my brain is too big for my head. So that's one of the stats. 1 in 1,000 people have it. I'm one of them. It's called Chiari malformation. Arnold Chiari malformation is the technical name.
Yeah.
So it's different levels of it. Basically, your brain shifts down your spine. So it's like spina bifida. That's a picture of me after my surgery. Okay. So for those that, sorry guys, graphic. It's not graphic as it could have been, but they sliced the base of my skull and take out the base and my C1.
Okay.
So the brain was, I had an 8 millimeter, because you can't, of course, cut your brain stem. Yeah. You can't cut it. So it has to leave room to breathe. It is not a cure for Chiari. So my brain still shifts.
Keep on and it keep on shifting.
Yes, it can continue to shift. So the symptoms for that, and that's where grown women focus. Because I started wearing hats.
Okay.
Because of that,
in the back.
I had to wait for my hair to grow back.
Okay.
So I wanted a cute hat, so I just designed my own.
All right. So how, I know it's severe, as far as...
most people with Chiari are paralyzed.
Right. Okay.
So I will always talk about my journey.
Yeah.
My symptoms were I would stutter, because I didn't know what was wrong with me.
Yeah.
I just knew something was off.
Okay.
I would stutter when I'm at work. I worked at a hotel and I'm checking people in, and I talk fast anyway.
Yeah.
But I was stumbling over my words, and I was like, what is... I play it off thinking, oh, it's nothing. But one day the headache started coming more severely, and I was just like, something's not right. You just kind of know.
Yeah.
And God bless the man I was dating at that time. See, God give you who you need at the time.
At the time.
We ain't together no more.
At the time.
Look, absolutely.
At the time.
Say, I have a testimony on that one.
He was my helpmate in every sense of the word. He noticed different stuff. We were out having dinner, and he said, I just went blind. I don't remember. He said, I'm taking you to emergency. I don't remember what happened. He said, I just started talking a little off.
Okay.
So I don't know if he thought it was like more like stroke-like. So I said, okay. We went. Next thing I knew, I was in the hospital for a week. They ran all kind of tests. They told me I was bipolar, schizophrenic. I was like, I'm not. They was like, do you have thoughts of suicide? No. I said, what? I had a headache.
Yeah.
And that's why I tell people, advocate for yourself. You know your own body. Do not let people put titles on you. Do not let people put certain things on you that you know that's not what's wrong with you. I just knew something was wrong with me having these headaches. And they ran every test before they did an MRI. The one test that they needed to do first. But they had to run all these tests before they do an MRI. They did the MRI and they said, oh, it's called Chiari malformation. Get a neurologist and see you later.
Okay.
I was like... what is it? They literally was like, well, Google it. They gave me a printout from Google.
Damn.
I kid you not.
That's what the emergency department does. They stabilize you
hospital.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was admitted for 5 days.
And they didn't send a neurologist to see you while you were in the hospital?
He gave me the definition of what it was, but he wasn't. He was like, well, book with a neurologist to follow up further. I said, well, is it fatal? He said, well, it's not going to kill you, but just, I I mean, it can be severe. That's
if you don't follow up with the neurologist.
So I got a question. So I know I did a little reading myself on it a little bit, and it was saying that it's present at birth. So
yes.
Was there any kind of diagnosis earlier, or for you to kind of maybe prepare for it in a way, or you just kind of
I'm glad you asked that. Literally, my neurologist, when I got a neurologist, he wanted to meet with my parents. Okay. And I thought I was like, why? Because normally they do catch it at birth. I was born in 1976, so technology was different then. So
76, all right.
It's 76.
All right.
So they were like, well, did she have any problems did she develop normally and all this stuff?
Yeah.
My mom was like, she was fine. Like, you got to remember the parents at that age, they just like, she clumsy. They just thought I needed glasses.
Yeah.
But I tripped over things. I was clumsy. I was a clumsy kid.
Okay.
So they could have caught things earlier. And my mom's like, so you blaming me? I was like, no, Mom.
He's just trying to get some history, Mom.
Right. Just trying to get some history.
All right.
But that's what it was. But once you're diagnosed, everybody with Chiari doesn't have to have a brain decompression. It's just my stem, I had 8 millimeter brain protrusion.
Okay.
So the more it dips down, and it's like a water hose. That's the best way for me to explain it. It's like a cork in a water hose. So when it's pinching your nerves, everything, it starts to mess with everything. So for me, the headaches and the forgetfulness and the some other unpleasant symptoms. Okay. I don't know, but it messes with all your body, all your organs.
Okay. And
I just was like, what is going on? And I met with a neurosurgeon, Dr. Holly Gilmer. I love her to pieces. Yeah. My first thing I asked, I said, well, are you a praying woman? I didn't want nobody cutting on my skull that didn't believe in God.
Yeah, absolutely.
So once we got that together, and they wanted to monitor me, because the last thing you want to do is have somebody do surgery. Mm-hmm. So they made sure after, I want to say maybe 6 months, she was like, you can get a second opinion, do what you got to do. She said, but I don't think it's going to get any better, it just progresses. Mm-hmm. So the day of the surgery, I had my person I was dating at the time, my mom, my dad, my bonus parents, my sister, my mom, and my hairdresser. Okay. Which is my friend, but my hairdresser. She said, well, I need to see how you're going to cut her, when is her hair going to grow back? Not being vain, but that was just something she said.
Help me help my friend and client.
Because people don't even think about that. It's washing your hair, all of those things that affected the base of my skull. Mm-hmm. Like I have that's open.
Yeah.
So they were explaining to them. They said, well, once we go through the surgery, you have this 6 weeks to heal, and then hopefully, and I remember he looked at me, he was like, hopefully. She said, well, yes. It's not a cure. This is just to alleviate the symptoms.
Yeah.
He freaked out. Well, why are we doing this if this ain't a cure? I said, I've explained this to you. This is not. It's not a cure. I said, I'm not gonna die. Yeah. I'm not gonna die. I just need you to be calm. I legit calming him down before I had sex. It was hilarious, but I get it if you don't understand it. And it's been since 2013. So.
Are you still in contact with him?
Honestly, no. We still talk, but not like that.
Friends.
Yeah. Okay. I would still consider him my friend. I don't know if he consider me. I don't know.
I mean, clap it up for him, though. You know what I'm saying? While he was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
He was there.
Yeah.
He was there. Okay. Every day. And I was in the hospital for a while, so he was there. So I appreciate him wholeheartedly.
Look, salute to the people, you know what I'm saying? To the people that stay by people, man, when they're going through it. You know what I mean? Because...
And I was diagnosed when we first started dating.
Okay.
Like, we first started dating, he could have bust up.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what was going on. The night I met him, I was like, I had a really bad headache. I'm just, he walked me to my car. And that's how we started. We talked after that. But it just started with really bad headaches. So I would tell anybody, just pay attention. I don't play with headaches.
Yeah.
Pay attention to your body.
Yeah.
And don't let the biggest thing the fact that and nothing against bipolar people. But I said, I know something's wrong with me. I'm not a hypochondriac.
Yeah.
I know my body. I had to be an advocate for yourself. I would tell people that. over and over again. Because if I would have just said, okay, well, maybe I am, or maybe I am just sad, they would have gave me medicine. They never would have did an MRI.
Yeah.
And found what was really wrong.
Yeah.
So, that's my biggest thing. But weeks into healing, I was praying. Every day I would get up and look in the mirror and it's like, okay, just focus, Rhea. I had bad days. It just wasn't a pleasant healing process.
Yeah.
But I would get up and be like, okay, Rhea, just got to focus. Just come on, you got to focus. And God gave me grown women focus.
Yeah.
So that was birthed. The people, when they started taking off, they're like, well, what about the men? What about the men? I said, well, you can support a woman. I didn't start doing things just because people wanted me to do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I said grown woman focus was birthed from pain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So God didn't give it to me. I wasn't doing it just because so I prayed on it and waited and waited. Then when I started getting it, grown man focus, then fearless focus, then raw but real, then everything is birthed for a reason.
So when did you make your first hat? And when did you sell your first hat?
Ooh.
Do you remember who you sold it to and stuff like that?
My first customer was one of my coworkers at my job. Yes, her name was Tina.
Okay.
Shout out to Tina. She was my first customer. Okay. I will always remember my first. That's a good question.
Okay.
And it was not a family member, no.
Okay.
Because they didn't buy nothing. They just, said, oh, you got a hat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got a hat.
Oh, you got a hat.
Trust me. Oh, that look nice.
Nothing against my family. I'm not dissing them, but we can be our own. Like, I need y'all to support. This is a barter system. Okay, well, you take a hat. I said, but I'm not making no money like that.
Talk about too, Q, when you get a chance. Mm-hmm. Why do we expect for our family and friends to support us?
You say, why do you expect them?
Yeah.
Because they be the main ones that's,
with their hands out.
With their hands out, or, oh, I'm cheering for you. But then once they be like, oh, I'm cheering for you, but they know you have a business, but they'll go out and spend money with people that they don't know. Mm-hmm. And then they'll sit up there. We gonna have to really talk about this.
I don't know that it's an expectation.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's necessarily an expectation as much as it is a support factor. Right? You expect your friends and your family to be happy for you and to want to support you.
Well, see, my support would be even like this. Tell somebody about it. You know what I mean?
I agree. That's true.
Because if you tell 10 people, whatever, somebody, might want to go ahead and buy it. That's still
the only
support.
reason I say that because there have been families who've been broken up just for that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, never.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some families who've really been torn apart.
And my cousins, now, those are my biggest support. One of my cousins buys, she has a hat in every color, and she's bought them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I give her something, that's on me giving it to her. But honestly, she won't even take it. She's like, no, I'm buying it.
Hey, listen, you
but that's one
I've had, family members expect me to train them for free, right? Mm-hmm. And they sell shit they sell, and I've never asked for anything for free.
But
and I'll always be like, oh, that's what you're doing? I'm going to support it. I'm going to pay. Yeah. I'm going to let people know. I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to let, you know what I'm saying?
But for something like that, I'm just asking. Because, again, I want to have a conversation about it later on in a whole nother show.
No, definitely.
But for your training, like me personally, if I was a trainer, I would tell everybody, family and friends, you got to be here on this time of these days.
Yeah.
If you don't come, that's a different story. I'm not doing no one-on-ones.
Right.
Because I would want to see my family. I would want to see my family healthy, right?
Yeah.
There's a doctor, he's from Michigan. He graduated from Michigan State. He was telling his friends and family, like, listen, this is what we need to do in order to keep ourselves in good shape, in good condition.
Yeah.
They didn't want to work it out. I think is it against, I'm asking you because you work in the field, is it against the law or against code for doctors to actually be, for you to say you want your doctor to be your primary care?
Is it against the law for you to say a family member?
Like, take this, for somebody to say, I want my uncle to be my...
Shit, my wife is mine. Nobody says
it's not against the law as a primary care doctor. So no, it's not against the law.
But it's against the code of HIPAA, whoever, DIPA, WIPA, KIPA. Okay.
Not as a primary care. Not as a primary care. Not as a primary care. Yeah, it only comes into place when you go into surgery. When you're talking about surgery or emergency medicine, then that's where the division and the separation comes in.
It went down because of that.
You can't perform surgery on a family member.
Yeah. I can see that. And shout out to my surgeon. The team was wonderful. They was fun. My anesthesiologist came in. He's like, okay, we about to make her go sleepy. Y'all go ahead and say y'all goodbye. And they was like, no, don't say goodbye. He was like, well, because they took a little longer. So my mom was like, we was getting a little nervous, like what was going on. He said, oh, we had to clean up the mess from the last person. And I bust out like, we are funny. We got more of a sense of humor. But my man at the time, he was like, that's not fun. I said, we laughed and cracked up. It was funny.
Because when you under that anesthesia,
you gotta laugh, man.
Sometimes you think it's a fart, but it don't be. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So
I'm under, so I wouldn't care.
Listen, we healthcare, we have very morbid, like,
you gotta have a sense of humor, and you gotta know who to joke with. Everybody can't take the joke, but I'm one of them ones.
And sometimes you can be dead wrong.
Oh, that was so bad.
That's a terrible joke.
Bad.
Terrible.
Horrible. You couldn't give yourself
that was terrible.
You couldn't even get yourself one.
So I know you said that you was you're about to relaunch.
Yes.
Your hats and stuff like that. Do you have a date for the relaunch, or
I don't?
You said I don't. You got to come on with a date.
I know. I told you I'm a procrastinator. That's one of the symptoms. No,
you gonna say that's one of the symptoms.
I'm gonna hit you on the tea time, sis. I'm gonna hit you on the tea time.
Just make sure you let us know when you do, so we can go.
Hold me accountable.
All right.
Yes,
definitely will.
Coming.
All right, so you know, since your surgery and everything, has it been better, or I'm not gonna say better, or easier for you to maybe even do stuff like, of course, you're on the Big Flex podcast, right? About exercising, and you know, have you had any challenges on exercise?
My biggest challenge, sadly enough, I can't do yoga.
Okay.
I like yoga.
Is it because of the bending over?
Yep. It's because of the bending up. I was supposed to sleep on that one.
Yeah.
But it's because of the bending over, the
she
pressure.
Gave you up on that one.
I did.
Are you doing the bending? No,
I can't. The pressure in the head, everything I say just come out wrong.
Wait. What's crazy is that he missed it.
Exactly. Then I tried to catch it.
See, here we go. You didn't win. There's just no way out of this.
I'm willing.
Okay, so the challenges is we gonna just say things that could change your equilibrium.
Yes.
There you go.
I had to learn my limits.
Challenging. Yeah.
Okay. And I worked out all the time. Like before this, I was boxing in the gym once a week. Shout out to Powerhouse Gym back in the day.
Okay.
I was doing some boxing, and I think the fear of, because like I said, it's not a cure. You're simple. You have to learn what you can do.
Okay.
And fear held me back a lot.
Okay.
And starting back, but we talked about that before. I was like, I want to start back training.
Okay.
So we got to start it.
All right.
We got to start it. This will be the before, and y'all will see the after.
Okay.
I'm serious.
You
on
already
that.
know who to come holler at.
I know, definitely, for real. I'm so
get you
serious.
together, you know.
Because I don't know who this big old fat suit. If I showed y'all other pictures, y'all would be like, oh, she was smaller.
Yeah. I mean, shit, it all happens to all of us.
It sure does.
So, you know, you just got to keep on going at it. You know what I mean? You know, you got to, hey, look, you here for a reason. So
that's part.
All right.
That part.
There you go. So, you know, you got to make the best of it. You know, that's what everybody.
Tuesdays and Wednesdays is off days, so we're going to have to figure something out.
Yeah.
All
right. So, look, now, you know, we got to ask you about, say, your podcast, Raw But Real. You know what I'm saying? How long you been podcasting?
Ooh, it'll be 4 years in July.
4 years?
4 years.
Oh, sheesh. So you've been doing about as long as I have too.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
4 years in July. Did you start out with just your phone and not even a microphone?
No, I actually started off with it on another podcast we did for about a year, and then this is my 3rd year doing my own. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. No, I literally just started with my phone, my brother, and we sat here and didn't have nothing, none of this stuff.
You did it like at a house or something, or
at his he owned a business called My Game Room, so we would go up there, and just do the podcast and be talking in our phone, answering questions, just going live, and I didn't call it a podcast, so I was like, we're not gonna call it a podcast. It's just we shooting the shiggity, so we called it shooting the shit because I didn't like cussing, but. Anybody knows you can't really promote with profanity.
Right.
So I was like, okay, we got to change the name. I keep getting flagged on Facebook. We can't post this. I can't do that. I was like, but we always said it was between Robert Real and shooting the shit. So I was like, okay, we got to go with Robert Real. So that's what we did. And I would say probably 6 July, August, September, October. We did that for a couple of months. Just being on the phone once a week, just talking junk. But then I was like, we gotta up our game.
Yeah. Now, how many people are hosts and co-hosts and stuff like that you have?
2. Oh yeah, right. Shout out to the ones that couldn't be here. So my co-host,
shout them out, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
G-Baby worked. She was exhausted. We wrapped up ours at 6. Robert Real comes on Mondays at 6 p.m. So you can watch it podcastic or on YouTube, live on YouTube. But she got a lot going on. She had death in family last week, so it's just a lot. And Darnell, our male co-host, his birthday is today.
Oh, okay.
Happy birthday.
So of course he's not hanging out with us all day. His wife had plans for him, so shout out to his wife Rachel.
Well, happy birthday.
But yes, they would definitely wanted to be here. We all got to collab. I say collaboration over competition.
For sure.
Y'all collectively gotta come back, and then we got to come on y'all.
Yes, I want you guys to come on.
And then let everybody know what time y'all come on again and what days.
Mondays at 6 p.m.
Yep. All right.
Here,
that's Raw but Real. Raw but Real.
And look, I've been trying to get them on the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
We coming.
I came on Rise and Grind. Y'all ain't been on yet.
Nope.
What y'all doing? It's too early.
No, so we got plans to come, but as you see,
we gotta buckle down today.
Yeah. So we coming. We gonna be on there. We coming.
They coming.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we coming. So
we just gotta
Lord Jesus.
Get the schedule together.
All right.
They coming strong.
Right.
Go hard to go home. Go hard to go home.
We can't help it.
Right. Okay. All right. Now
just don't come too late.
Just come on time. It's
come on time.
It's all right.
So what do y'all normally talk about? Just some of everything and stuff like that?
On Robert Real? Yes. Yeah. When we first started, I didn't have a topic. I was like, we're just going to talk about everything. But when you start getting more in the business of it, because it wasn't started like a business. We just was like, we having fun. Let's just go on.
Yeah.
And I was like, for us to get sponsorships and business, you have to have like a focus point.
Yeah.
So once we started doing that, the male and female perspective, that's the purpose of Robert Real. Okay. That's why I created it. I said, I got with my brother because we were both single.
Okay.
But I was single and always wanted a relationship. Like if we date, we go together. Like I don't know how to date people. So he always made fun of me and I always made fun of him because he's a serial dater. But they all know about each other. He doesn't lie. So I said, I can't get mad at you. You don't lie to any of these women that you're with. So he would get mad at me like, sis, why you always hating on me? I'm not hating. We have different viewpoints.
Yeah.
So that's how it started. But I didn't want to do it from a bashing point. I said, because women need to understand this is a man that's going to tell you exactly what some men are thinking. And you got to be okay with that. I said, women tend to, I love my sisters, but we tend to hear what we want to hear. And don't listen to what a man is actually saying. See, men do what they can say a lot of things. And what they do doesn't match. So it confuses us.
I mean, men and women do the same thing, though.
So I'm going to say this about...
for every case that a woman can say that what a man would do, a man can say the same thing for a woman.
Exactly.
It's the same thing, vice versa.
So I'm going to say this. I actually was having this conversation on the way here. One of the things that, and I'm usually on the opposite side of most women, but I really do think that women today date very selfishly.
Absolutely. We agree.
I mean, men do too, though.
No,
I mean, like I said,
And we don't even really say.
Men don't date selfishly.
I said women. She said women.
No, he said so do we.
Yeah, he said so do men. But I'm saying that in response to we hear what we want to hear.
Yeah.
I think that it is just something in society happened that made women become all about what they can get. What can you do for me? It became more of a self-centered, I'm the prize, opposed to what it should be is like, okay, listen, I'm coming in as a healed person, you're coming in as a healed person, and if we come in with this equally yoked, right, in the same book.
In the same book, I'll say that.
In the
Not
same book.
Yoked. You don't want to be equally yoked.
So let me tell you what I mean by equally yoked.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me tell you what I mean by equally yoked. When I say equally yoked, we're not on the same level in all of the things, right? Because you want to have a balanced relationship. You want to have a relationship where I'm strong and knowledgeable about certain things that we need for the house, and you're strong and knowledgeable about certain things that we need from the house.
Correct.
But it can't be like I got a gutter mindset and you have a higher level mindset and we're coming together. There's no way for us to come together.
Right, because equally yoked, I think like two crackheads.
For real. I mean,
they
you know what I'm
equally
saying?
yoked. They like, yeah, you like crack, I like
be
crack,
crackheads
let's get
together.
At some point, I mean, I've been married now. It's supposed to be 25 years, right?
Really?
And, yeah.
Congratulations on that. I love that.
So now
Yeah.
listen though,
Clap
like
that
it's
up
a lot
for
of things that my wife actually like kind of balanced me out, right? So like, you know, I can be very
Bullheaded.
I'm not gonna say anal because then you go, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I can be very strict, right, on certain things. But she's kind of more
Rigid.
relaxed.
That's
You see what I'm saying? So it kind of sometimes on certain things it balance out. So when people say about equally yoked, how? Where you kind of like need, say, that opposite
You need the
attraction
balance.
to kind of, you know what I mean? Because two magnets and shit that's too positive, it's not going to come together.
No, they
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but but that's exactly what I'm saying. Like you have to compliment
But
each
that's
other.
what
somebody
equally
for
yoked
me.
means. That's
Yes.
what equally yoked means, being to complement each other.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't understand.
No, they don't.
Well, that's because they retarded.
You know, because they be saying this shit.
Yeah,
Oh
tell you
yeah, I
about
want somebody like-minded and this, that, and other, and want to be just like you. It's like no. Somebody that's gonna be just like you and shit, y'all gonna bump heads.
But you got to be willing. For me, you got to be willing to learn. You got to be willing to
You have
do.
to be coachable.
Well, I mean, there you
That's
go.
it. You
Yeah.
got to be coachable.
There you go.
So in a relationship, I'm like, if you just set in your ways and you don't want to try new things,
You can't be.
I'm not attracted to that. Like after
no.
years, you're gonna grow with years of being with somebody.
Yeah.
The foundation of who that person is gonna be there, but you're gonna go through life together. That means you may bury your parents. You may lose a child. You're gonna go through
Yeah,
different.
you're gonna go through some shit.
You're gonna go through some things. It's gonna change the dynamic of your relationship. But that foundation, that's solid.
Yeah.
So that's the difference for me. And I'm like, I no disrespect to none of my exes. I haven't met somebody that I want to go through that with. Like where it's the longevity.
Yeah.
We just haven't, and we give up too easily, or they give up. So
Yeah.
but you don't know. That's where circling the block come. You never know.
So look, so
sometimes you meet the right person at the wrong time.
At the wrong time.
Sometimes you meet the right person at the wrong time, and when that happens, sometimes you have to separate to grow as individuals,
Agreed.
and then you can come back together and be better with each other and for each other.
Now, do men think like that? See, that's the purpose of Robert Real. That's the show. I just gave you a
Do
great
men
example.
think like
so
that?
I mean, well, like I said, once again,
Those are
you
the
have to
things we
ask
talk
the
about.
individual.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I might, the way that I view things a lot of times is a little bit more to the point where, like I was speaking about like how women can be, you know, like I'm all about this. My wife is stronger on certain things than I am, right? But then I'm stronger on certain things. But we come together collectively, you know what I'm saying, to make whatever our common goal is and shit, make it, you know, work and complete it. You know what I mean? So, but a lot of times and stuff, like I said, you have people in relationships that feel like this person is supposed to do X, Y, and Z. Almost like now you want to be a kid.
Exactly.
You want somebody and shit. Oh, I want somebody to take care of me. So you want some. You want to be some. So this person is. You know what I'm saying? You want somebody to be your daddy. Like really. Like yo. You know what I mean? What you a caretaker? Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have women and men that's like that. So like I said, it just all depends on the individual on how they think. A lot of people don't think, like I said, like. You know, to the degree of being married, I think, and that's where I'm come from. You know what I mean?
I saw a video. I think you might have sent it to me. I'm not sure, but I saw a video, and they said women need to understand that being in a relationship with a man is. They gave a sports analogy, right? Like it's football. They're passing the football to us. They want us to catch the football. And run with it and make the score, make the touchdown, make the play profitable, right?
Because it's scripture. He that findeth the wife findeth a good thing and finds favor. The favor comes after you get your wife. A lot of people miss that part.
They always miss that part. But
you got a lot of people that just want to get married and then don't understand and shit about staying married.
They just want a wedding. They don't want to get married.
I was say what I strongly believe. I believe men think individually, right? And women don't, because y'all are more connected to each other than we could ever possibly think. A woman can be around each other. Y'all want to be on y'all menstrual period at the same time just because y'all been around each other. That shit crazy. Y'all have the power to change.
Yeah, but then you can look at the example of people being in gangs and young guys, or you know what I'm saying, the people that's in.
I'm not talking about people
in a group think kind of aspect. You know what I mean?
I'm talking about a natural ability to. Women don't think
like just natural energy and
I got
connection.
Like women, as far as even the wilderness, they hunt in packs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Women, when they hunt, there's no solo hunting when it comes to women. They are natural protectors too. But we are more physical protectors.
No, of course. Oh, yeah, no.
So men
are nurturers.
Of course,
Most women are nurturers.
Nature versus nature versus nurture.
But as I said, men have a more individual mind state. You know what I mean? The only way a woman would have an individual mind state if she was being competitive. You know what I mean? Women like, I'm not wearing what she wearing. You know, but other than that, a woman walk up to you, hey, who do your hair?
Yeah, we're not. Yeah.
Men be like, we like shit. You better get your own barber. You know what I mean? We just be like that.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I ain't never had that problem because, like, you know, well, for one, I ain't got no hair right now, but yeah. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like when I did was, you know, go to the barber and stuff like that. I don't have no problem. Man, who got line you up? Man, my boy that been doing it for years. Like, I don't have no problem. You see what I'm saying?
So this is a great example.
Yeah.
That's what we talk about. Those are the male and female perspectives.
I got you.
And the viewpoints just to get the idea.
I got you.
You got to respect when a man tells you something. That's what I tell the women. Men will tell you exactly how they feel and what they want. They are very direct. You
just gotta listen.
Yeah. If a man tells you, ladies, let me look at the
man tell you, shut the fuck up.
If he tells you,
he mean it. No.
He does not want a serious relationship.
Believe it.
Believe him.
Yeah. Believe it.
It's not gonna change over time. When he's ready, he's going to do what? Not show you, not buy you everything, not be around. He's going to tell you.
In the words of Brandon Make, didn't I tell you a motherfucking ass?
He's gonna tell you. Exactly. We interpret, but he do everything I like. He's a gentleman. Actions. Men don't communicate that way.
Yeah,
y'all just don't. And correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're right.
I mean, that's what
I've learned from my brothers. I'm sorry.
We either black or white. You know, there's no gray area,
and we are the gray area. Yeah. Y'all are black and white. We like, well, no, he could have meant it like that. No, he said what he said.
No, he said what he said.
He said what he said.
He said what he said.
So I want to know what it was. Toy, what T talk? What you got to talk about?
Yeah, what you? Yeah, come on, Toy. Yeah. Tea time with Toy.
She said she was coming.
Yeah, you got something for us. Come on.
It's real simple. So tea time today is if you never remove your excuses, you'll never find your success.
Okay. Yeah.
You hit me.
Okay. So that kind of go with what we was talking about. Yeah.
We often say, this is where we want to be. This is where we want to go. This is our goal. But I got this, I got that. I'm too busy. I'm this. But remove the excuses so you can get to your success.
No. Oh, no. I agree. 100%.
We wait. Insane.
I'm bleeding.
Yeah, you say, well, I'm bleeding.
That's
so look.
right there.
So sis, when are you relaunching?
Uh-oh. Cut the excuses.
Cut the excuses.
Remove the excuses.
Remove. I can't even talk.
Remove.
She
said remove.
No, she sounds like she's from Baltimore.
Right.
So I won't even bore you with the excuses. I have to set a date. As soon as I know a date, y'all will be the first to know.
Hey, look, today is May 12th.
Do it June 1st.
June 1st. That's the date.
The first Monday of June. Don't be no punk bitch. Do it.
See, I was gonna give you July 1st because we're already midway through May.
But we are in sync. I literally was gonna say I'll give it to July.
All right.
Why?
So listen,
Your mind is already made up.
I said July 1st. That doesn't mean that there is still not preparation to get to where she needs to get to for the relaunch.
I'm not where I need to be.
It's symbolic.
I'm still removing her. We're still taking away the excuses. It might be before July 1st. I'm saying just no later than July 1st, right?
No,
and then
June 1st.
I'm gonna be, and then every week I'm gonna be like, sis,
July.
What you do this week to get to?
No, just be real with yourself and give yourself some time, and then you know what I'm saying. Plan a day. That's all.
So we're removing the excuses, and we're saying no later than July 1st. We're relaunching.
We're relaunching Fearless Focus.
All right.
And I'm gonna be on top of Sis Weekly. Like what did we do this week to get to your relaunch date? Yeah,
I love it. And July is symbolic because, like I said, July 15th is 4 years we've been doing Robert Real. So
see, there you go. So that's your date.
July is July.
There you go.
I said June, the first Monday of June, because that's actually podcasting birthday. Is on June 2nd.
June 2nd?
That's very selfish of you. Very selfish of you.
You having a party? Hey, look, you having a party? Hey, look, you having a party?
Yeah, right here.
All right.
Okay.
All right, we here then.
Turn 5 years old. June 2nd.
All right.
5 years
We here then. You know what I'm saying? So y'all heard it first. Party up here podcasting.
June 2nd.
June 2nd, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Look, what date is? Let me find my excuse. No, I'm just kidding.
So how much time we got left, real quick?
He don't know.
We got 3 minutes. Oh, okay. So, well, I'll put it like this. You know, on the excuses, what we was going to talk about was we didn't get a chance to talk about Shedeur Sanders, all right, and his situation. You know, you hear a lot of these analysts and ex-football players and some of everybody speaking about this was going to humble him by him dropping down to the 5th round and so forth. And what I heard was a lot of like you say, excuses on what they were saying that he needed to been doing in order to secure him getting drafted in a higher position, right? He didn't really make any excuses. However, the excuse would be, to this degree, was, he needed to be humbled in order to reach that goal, right? So, when we're speaking about being humbled, as far as the definition itself and all that we was talking about earlier it comes from a Latin term, all right? And the Latin word was humilis, right? Meaning lowly, insignificant, on the ground, having or showing a modest or low estimate of one's own importance, right? So when it comes to being quote unquote humble, when do y'all feel like, if you walk in righteously, is there ever a point in time that you are supposed to humble yourself, weaken yourself for a job or for anything, for a relationship or, anything to that degree? What do y'all think?
So you and I see the definition of humble very differently.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just going off of what the original Latin word meaning is.
Words have two parts, right?
Do they? The English language is they call it the whore's language because you got like 4 words. Hey, look, one word can mean 4 damn different things. So what are we talking about?
Can. So when we talk,
but this Latin.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
But
not English. Not English. Mm-hmm.
But in words, and I know this because I'm in the medical field.
All right.
Words are broken up. Right, so you got your base word, you got your
pronoun,
prefix, and you got your suffix, right?
Pronoun.
So the first part of that might mean the definition, But when you add to the end of that, it changes it, right? Because you could look at humility, right, and say the HUM. That's the prefix
but you could
portion
say
of the
humanity and say hue.
We could go.
Let's go. Yeah, we gonna go
on the topic. Now, see,
But look, just go back to the humble real quick before we get out of here.
Let's read to you the definition that I found when I read humble. Someone who is modest and free from arrogance or pride, recognizing their limitations and acknowledging the accomplishment of others. So when I hear the word humble, that's what I think of.
But recognizing your limitations could be an excuse.
No.
Yeah. You know why?
No, it's recognizing that there's always space to grow. Mm-hmm. There's always space to grow. There's always a possibility that someone's going to be better than you.
Now, as a mother, no. As a mother, as Mother's Day just passed, you mean to tell me that you done told your kids that they didn't had a limit on anything they wanted to do?
There's a limit on their bank account.
Hell no. Ain't never no limit to say when you speaking to your kids. No. Hey, look.
Absolutely.
Look. The universe is the limit, not the sky.
There is a limit to your physical body. I'm not going to let you go play in traffic.
Yes.
Because you're going to get hit by a car, you're going to die, you're going to be seriously injured. Yes, they need to know that there is limitations.
And that's how I come to the top. Yes, it's limits to everything. Y'all might not be strong enough to do something, but your body can't handle it.
I don't think that they want him to weaken himself. I believe that what they're saying is that you can come down a little bit on the arrogance. Confidence is fine. But arrogance is not. It's very prideful. And what did they say? Pride
coming before the fall.
Coming before the fall. I would like to make this prediction. I believe Shedeur Sanders will be one of the highest paid athletes in the next 2 to 3 years. And not because the team paid him, but by his sponsorships.
Definitely by his sponsorships.
He has the number one jersey out of the top 4 and 5. Top 2, 3, 4, and 5 draft picks in this country, and he went 144th, and he's number one on his apparel already.
Look, check this out.
And don't let him have a good year.
So look, and not only that, the NFL ratings themselves was at an all-time high throughout the rest of those rounds, out the second, third, fourth round, because everybody was waiting to see where he got drafted at.
Yeah,
a lot of people after the first round, maybe even the second day, tune the TV off. But this time, they ratings were sky high.
Due to the fact, one thing was sure, two things were certain. Sanders know how to play the game, and he understands. He said, I know they're going to attack my boys.
Yep.
However, they can't attack their character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So now, what people saying that they think that's going to, I think it's going to be even worse. Y'all done just stirred up the beast. I think it's going to help his game.
No, it definitely is. Well, it's going to help, like you said, the sponsorship and everything else outside of the NFL. But the NFL is going to benefit tremendously. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all they live for is like storylines and everything. You know, bad publicity as far as the NFL or whatever, still publicity, which is going to end up being good publicity as far as money. You know, money to be made.
Unfortunately, sometimes we inherit the sins of our fathers, right? And I think this is a case where they were never able to humble Deion.
There you go.
They didn't humble the boys neither.
And so now,
because he didn't have no limits.
So now they're trying to, he might not actually need a humility lesson.
Yeah, of course.
But everybody's expecting the arrogance of his father in him. And like I said, they couldn't make him pay for it, so they're coming for his kids.
Yeah.
I hope. I can't even say I hope. It's not going to bring him down, but
it's not gonna bring
you gotta.
I don't think it's gonna bring him down. Yeah.
But you gotta be careful because all of these football players is one hit away from.
Yeah, absolutely.
Paralyzed. You know, like it's a car accident every day. Like just. Being hit by a car.
So I don't think it's a matter of them wanting to weaken him. I think it's just, but maybe let's not be confident in your abilities, know who you are, know what you're capable of. But the arrogance is not a good look.
Yeah, all right, I agree. So
I agree. Be confident.
Say your saying one more time, sis. About this tea time, the subject.
Remove the excuses to find your successes.
There we go. Hey, look. Rhea, plug in, say, Raw with Real. Go ahead and say, and I didn't catch you. What day you on?
All right.
Yo, launch day.
June 2nd.
All right. You know what I mean?
Real Pod Talk is on Mondays on Podcastic and YouTube, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Every Monday, you guys. Fearless Focus, Grown Women Focus, Grown Men Focus. Those are the Focus products.
All right.
Website's up. Relaunch date, July 1st.
All
you
right.
heard it here first.
All right. Clap it up.
All right.
Thank you.
Y'all can follow me on all those platforms. Sorry.
Right.
All of the socials.
All the socials. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I just want to say thank to everybody for tuning in, supporting, and rocking out with us every Monday night at 9 o'clock. And I want to thank our special guest, Rhea, for coming through tonight for an inspirational story. And make sure that y'all tap in and get y'all hats and stuff once you relaunch. All right.
Yes,
and make sure y'all watch Raw with Real. Okay. At 6 o'clock Monday nights. All right.
I love it.
All right, y'all. Hey, look, we gonna flex this out one time for Snipes, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And everybody at home and all the mothers, you know what I'm saying? Give yourselves a nice, huge flex just for me. All right? All right, y'all.
Boom.
See y'all next week, 9 o'clock, y'all. Peace, y'all.
Got my shirt.
Yeah. Big flex on the set, you know we gotta rep. Heavy talk on that mic, all we do is press. John Q, that's coach, got him upset. G.A.M.G, Muscle Gang, we up next. Big Flex Podcast live on Monday night with John Q, Latoya, Deshaun, and Don Snipes. You can catch Snipes on the pod or the big screen or get tea time with Toya if you want the tea. Talk about the strong end on your weekday. Tap in with Muscle Gang, you never have a weekday. Big Flex Podcast, 9 p.m. Monday. Pull us up on YouTube if you want that replay. Big Flex Podcast, 9 p.m. Monday. Pull us up on YouTube if you want that replay. It's the Big Flex Podcast, Mondays, 9 at night. It's the Big Flex Podcast.